Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2024 and another part of the Road to Glory career mode with Lotus F1. And today we are back with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Really looking forward to that. Today, of course, we have lots of upgrades planned and lots of fun. So fingers crossed they go well. And maybe, just maybe, we might be able to sneak a point today. But let's get ourselves immersed into the action. Thank you very much for the support on the series so far. Do keep it coming by leaving a like and getting involved down in the comment section and all of that good stuff. Without further ado, let's go and fix our cars. They need sorting out pretty much immediately. Our underfloor needs sorting out. That's fine. Side pods. Install a replacement front wing as well. That all looks good. Yeah, pretty happy. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, just working out whether we need to do anything else at the moment. You know, race simulator, that's 1 million. You know, we could think about that. Yeah, let's continue on for now. Design complete straight away. There's our front wing. So let's get that under construction right now. I think we want 6 of them, don't we? Yep, that looks good. Hopefully that is going to be a good front wing. Okay, our manufacturing is complete. And 2 designs as well. So suspension manufactured. Let's go into the suspension. Now we've got one in 9 days. So we'll upgrade one of the cars this weekend. Possibly Mick Schumacher's. It might be his turn to... Yeah, we don't have any manufacturer slots available for the... let's work this out now. Is this in manufacture? Maybe if I was to reduce the quantity of these, would I get my money back? So, yeah, I do get my money back, don't I? Yeah, that's fine. We'll get that refund back in, and then we'll emergence... yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes to make them, basically. Hospitality area is completed. Lovely. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we did all of our engagements, and there you go, 1.1 million pounds gained. So let's head to our next sponsor plan. If I autofill these, that will automatically do it for us. Do we do any more? Yeah, maybe we do some scouting things. Is any more? Because, yeah, I mean, that's going to be quite an easy one. Just to help us go over target there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, continue on. This should be our front wing made. Good. Let's head back to car parts development now. What was it? So I think it's the side pods, is it? Yeah, that's what we want. So one would be... How much does an emergency one cost? You know what? I'm going to actually invest a little bit in these upgrades. We're just going to emergency manufacture one of them for now. We'll get the other one in fairly quickly. Yeah, that's fine. Although, actually, if I was to press that, would that give me a full refund? Not that one. No. But we can do that. That will give us a 900 refund. That's fine. And on the suspension, go on, let's go for just one of them as well. And that means we can emergency manufacture our next design as well, which is the rear wing. When that manufacturing is complete, go to car parts. So yeah, Mick Schumacher is going to get all of the new parts. Yeah, and I'm just desperate to get these on the car. I'm going to be honest. Right, yeah, we can get another 3 of those made pretty quickly, can't we? That's fine. So we've got the front wings on. We need the side pods on. Car 2. Yeah, just checking everything out. Yeah, that all looks good to me. Right, let's have a look then. So, Mick Schumacher. Is it? Ah, there you go. So 15th is Mick Schumacher's car. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, we can be pretty happy with that, I think. Yeah, okay. I know we did spend a little bit of money there, but I think speculate to accumulate. We know that we've been performing pretty well recently. Mick Schumacher in particular has done very, very well. So I think he deserves a chance. Right, in terms of design, I think we want to design 2 new parts in which we are going to go for underfloor. I'm going to use 1/4 of our stuff, so yeah, that's about right. And then 23. That looks good. Where do we want to focus on? Realistically, we need to start thinking about yeah, we can go for that being light there. Acceleration would be good. But then airflow sensitivity, that might be a good thing to try and build on. Everything else is looking good there as well. Nice. So I'm going to put 3 engineers on that, and we're going to call that a normal. That'll be 1 million. Then we're going to design another part. Acceleration isn't really affected by any of them, but let's go chassis. That'll help us with our top speed. So another 1.823. And we'll increase both of them. I'll reduce that down a little bit of extra cooling. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Yep, I'm happy with that. Nice. Go for 3, then normal, and then we want some people on research for next year. So we're going to research the front wing. Let's make sure we're in a good place for that next year. Yep. Tyre preservation, just move that up a little bit. High speed corners would be nice. Just reduce them a little bit just to balance it. Get 2 people working on that research project. And then we've got 1 more research project. We're going to go for the rear wing. Put the rest of our fluid dynamics stuff in there. Yep. A little bit of all of that. Reduce that down a little bit. And that looks perfect. Boom. Right, okay. We've spent a lot of money there. But I think we will be in a better position next season because of it. Now, Nico Hulkenberg. We're going to say 18th for Nico. But I am going to take a bit of a risk with Mick Schumacher. That he's going to finish in 17th place. Car 2 performance is apparently 13th. Let's just go back. Nico Hulkenberg's is 17th. There you go. Mick Schumacher's performance is 13th. So there is, I think, a distinct chance for us to potentially go and grab some minor points here if things were to go our way.
And welcome along to Imola. Just outside Bologna in northern Italy, Imola hosts the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, named after the region it sits in. Surrounded by woodland, this iconic track is rich with Formula One history and the legends of those who raced here. Lando Norris delivered for his team in the last race and will head into this weekend with plenty of confidence. Can the Brit bring it home in this round too? Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Okay, right. Looks like it's going to be a dry weekend, so as long as nothing interesting happens, I will see you guys for qualifying 1.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
Drivers need to get into Q3 if they want to make the top half of the grid. With only 10 slots available, it's a fight nobody wants to lose.
There's been a bit of talk about Alex Albon, Karun. How are things looking for him today?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
And with that, let's get back onto the track.
Okay then, that's where we are going into qualifying. If we have a look at practice 3, that's probably the most representative. We were 13th and 15th. Very, very strong pace from Mick Schumacher. And Nico Hulkenberg seems to be back on form this weekend as well. We are going to try and get that a little bit closer. That all looks pretty good to me, if I'm honest with you. That all looks very, very good. Where was it? It was there, wasn't it? Yeah, that's pretty damn good for Mick Schumacher. So that's fine. We have got 4 sets of soft tyres, which is very nice indeed. For Nico Hulkenberg, he's in a very strong position as well with his setup. So yeah, looking forward to this. Let's get ourselves into qualifying 1 and see how we get on. Here we go. Here at Imola.
Okay, green light, green light.
So we are gonna we're actually gonna, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do it similar to Miami? I don't think we need to. I think we should have pace. So we're gonna send out Hulkenberg first. And Schumacher straight after him. And let's zoom it forward then. And then we'll hop on board with Mick Schumacher and see where he can possibly end up here. This could be a very special qualifying for the Lotus team. Can we get both cars through to Q2? That would be pretty amazing in the short amount of time that we've had. We are coming through that middle sector. Let's just have a little look at the differences of times. 23.8, 25.6, 23.6, 25.5. So, you know, 0.3 quicker at the moment. Nico Hülkenberg coming around the final corner. He heads up to the line, puts in a promising time of a 1:15.1. But here comes Mick Schumacher. He heads up to the line and it's a 1:14.6. Half a second clear of his teammates. So we'll zoom them back to the pits. You can see Russell only 0.6 quicker than Mick Schumacher. We're quicker than Kevin Magnussen at the moment. That's very positive. Hülkenberg quicker than Fittipaldi, Bottas. And, you know, we did get one of the upgrades on Hülkenberg's car, remember? So, you know, I think he's got the new front wing. So it's not as if Hülkenberg is on the last spec of car. You know, he's on a very decent one. So he's P16 at the moment. Mick Schumacher in P12, looking for his third consecutive Q2 appearance. Send them out once again. We'll see if they can get even better times here. So Mick Schumacher is out there. Let's hop on board with Nico Hülkenberg this time. It's okay. Well, it's a green first sector for Mick. What about Hülkenberg? 24.8, 23.6, so he's 1.2 seconds off. And Hülkenberg, unfortunately, has dropped down into the drop zone. Now then, let's see what we can do here. We're gonna harvest.
Charge on. Copy.
We're going to give him another go here. I think he has probably got enough here. Here comes Mick Schumacher.
Yeah, copy.
Schumacher up to the line. And he doesn't... Well, he does improve by about 1/10 of a second. Now then, here goes Nico Hülkenberg. I'm going to cancel that call in. I'm going to let him push as hard as he can. Please get out of the way, Mick. Yes, he does that. But I think Mick's going to be okay here. Now, what about Nico through that first sector? 23.8. That's about right. It's okay. He only needs a couple of tenths of a second, remember. It's going to be very tough. Fittipaldi's out. He's crossed the checkered flag. What about Gasly? Yeah, he's out as well. I think Ocon has gone through a little bit slower. 25.5 now for Nico Hülkenberg in that middle sector. Can we get both cars through to Q3 here? Albon over the line. He doesn't improve. So this is a chance for Nico Hülkenberg. If he can come round now and he can keep this time going. Here we go. Up to the line he goes. Is it an improvement? Yes, it is. It's a 14.8. And Hülkenberg is through. He joins his teammate, Mick Schumacher, through to Q2. That is brilliant. Unless Zhou Guanyu, of course, can do something that we're not expecting him to do. It doesn't look like he's even on a flying lap. Zhou Guanyu in the pits. Slowest of the lot. So both drivers through to Q2. Very, very impressive from both of them there, particularly Hulkenberg in the older spec of the car. But going out in Q1 then, Albon, Bottas, Fittipaldi, Zhou Guanyu, Pierre Gasly, and Esteban Ocon. Okay, so we are going to send them out there on scrub tyres for the first run in Q2. And we'll see what they can pull off here. We're going to send them straight out there.
Virtually the green light.
I'm going to zoom it forward. We're not going to watch either of these laps because I feel like we don't need to. Yeah, it's pretty decent, that 15.8. Should have been in the 14s actually, so yeah, I think we've been held up there, which is a bit of a shame. So into the pits we come. New tyres on the car. We're going to send them out now actually, because that might allow us to have an extra run. If we can get a time in now. So Mick Schumacher, we're going to watch. And let's see if we can improve at all here. Hulkenberg, decent through the first sector. Schumacher 0.2 quicker in that first sector. And in this middle sector, what is Hulkenberg going to do? 25.5, 25.4 for Mick Schumacher there. And yeah, now flying around the final corner. Up to the line we go. And Hulkenberg into the top 10 for now. Schumacher displaces him.
Okay, good.
And that was, what was that? That was a 1:14.5, and that plays a 1:14.8. Yeah. So Hulkenberg's matched his time from Q1.
13.
And Schumacher
go in.
has bettered his time. Now, we're not likely to go through to Q3, so I think we don't really want to use up that extra set of soft tyres. So what we are going to do is send them back out there on the scrubs. I'm going to send Hulkenberg out in front of Mick Schumacher. I'm going to give it another go in terms of giving him a little bit of a tour here. Now, obviously, these are used tyres, but I think there's probably still a little bit in them. So here we go. Can we find any time here? We need to find 0.4 of a second. Schumacher comes through the first sector. It's not great. 23.8, 23.7. I think that's pretty much what we managed the last time. So coming around the middle sector now. Hulkenberg doesn't improve, neither does Mick Schumacher. In fact, Schumacher's 0.3 slower than Hulkenberg on this lap, so I'm not sure it's going to amount to much, but we might as well finish the lap. Hulkenberg's going to come round. What can he manage here? Yeah, it's a 15.1, and nothing good for Mick Schumacher either, with that 15.3 to finish off. But depending on how Kevin Magnussen does, we could be 13th and 14th on the grid for tomorrow, which would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? But I think Magnussen is going to improve by enough. He comes over the line, he goes 13th, just ahead of Mick Schumacher. But it's a very decent performance from us there. Qualifying 14th and 15th, both cars through to Q2, and I think that is a great achievement. And when we've got all of the upgrades on Hulkenberg's car, he is going to be a real handful of trying to get into that top 10, I think. Both Mercedes out in Q2 then, with Hamilton and Russell, Magnussen in 13th, and Sargent and Albon also joining us. So it's going to be Max Verstappen on pole for tomorrow's race, ahead of Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc in third. It's race day.
Not long until we get going here in Italy with 63 laps of hard-fought motor racing.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992 when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season.
This is an old-school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here though, and it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Okay, right, we are ready to rock and roll in this Grand Prix now. Mick Schumacher suggesting a one-stop here. I think that would probably be a little bit risky, if I'm honest. Let's have a look at what tyres we've got available. So we've got 2 sets of soft tyres, 1 set of medium, 1 set of hards for Hulkenberg. And for Schumacher, we've got 2 softs. Yeah, same tyres. Yeah, I think 2 stops is probably going to be the way to go here. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, maybe use those soft tyres a little, or those hard tyres a little less. Yeah. We might try that with Hulkenberg. Do we try the one-stop strategy with Mick? It does seem to be quicker. It does seem to be quicker. I mean, conserving them seems even quicker than that. Almost don't believe that, though. Yeah. But that can gain you another 3 seconds, that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough decision, but I think let's go for the blue one with Mick and see what he can pull off here. You know what? I think I'm going to swap this round. I think I'm going to go with Mick Schumacher being the one. To start on the hards and then want the softs in the middle stint, then mediums to end it. Yeah, we need those there. That's fine. Yeah, I think that looks fine. So we're going to go with that for Mick, the more conventional strategy. For Nico Hulkenberg, though, we are going to go for starting on the hard tyres, being light with them, ending on the mediums, and hopefully having a quicker race time. But they're both starting on the hard tyres, which could be quite tricky to deal with. And both drivers are gonna, well, Nico's gonna start with light there, and yes, ERS enabled. Right, let's get into it then. Quite nervy. You know, it's a bit of a different tactic going on hard tyres to start with, but it should come to benefit us later on.
And for that man, Mick Schumacher, this could be an interesting race.
They line up for their 50th F1 start here today. Can they get
50th? Wow, 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 wow. Right, here we go then. We are ready to rock and roll here in Imola.
The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Lights out, away we go.
And away we go.
And Verstappen is off the grid. Well,
See what you can do. Yep.
and what has happened with Hulkenberg's powertrain?
Pressure. Cover.
His condition on the gearbox is not good. Same with ERS. So he could potentially have a fault at some point in the Grand Prix. We're hoping that that won't be the case. But we shall see. Max Verstappen off the grid well. Then Leclerc, then Perez. Then we have Piastri in 4th. Then it's Sainz in 5th. Norris. Then Tsunoda, Stroll, Ricciardo, Alonso. Then Hamilton and Russell. Then they are followed by Mick Schumacher, who's off to a very good start here. He's having a look at trying to get past George Russell. Now, interestingly, top 12 all on medium tyres. And then you've got 6 of the bottom 10 being on hard tyres. So that is very interesting. Hulkenberg, meanwhile, he has passed Logan Sargent. He's now behind Kevin Magnussen. So that's a very decent start for both of our boys there. And Hulkenberg is ahead of Sargent after all is said and done. Right, good. Okay. Let's keep pushing. See where we get up to here. And there goes Kevin Magnussen. He is through. But that should give Mick Schumacher a bit of a chance with the DRS here. DRS enabled, but I don't think he's going to quite get close enough. Yeah. I'm very intrigued how this race is going to pan out now. Wow, Sargent already on 83% tyres. That is called using your tyres, isn't it? Right, I'm thinking, Hulkenberg, let's maybe tell him not to fight his teammate. And that might allow us to stay in front of Logan Sargent. Because we're going to have DRS with Nico here. No, it's not worked. It's not worked. And actually, we've lost 2 positions now. That is pretty devastating. And the opposite of what we wanted there. But the Williams car's looking pretty rapid there. Yeah, we're losing pace to Magnussen and fast. Yeah, we're desperately trying to keep these tyres in check. I know lots of people will be saying you should be attacking at the start, but I think we found last time, you know, it was short-term pain, but we very much had long-term... short-term gain, very much had long-term pain last time. As Logan Sargent makes his way down the inside, perhaps here. It's very, very close for the American, and he is through. Now Mick Schumacher might be able to make his way past, or back past. But no, didn't have DRS this time. Well, Bottas has overtaken Hulkenberg now. So we're going to zoom it forward. Hopefully Mick Schumacher can stay with Albon and Sargent. Their tyres are going to get worse and worse. Well, yeah. Albon's got a mechanical fault out there. And then here comes Mick Schumacher approaching Logan Sargent. He's going to have DRS in the car. And he's using it, but doesn't quite get past him just yet. Hulkenberg, meanwhile, down in 19th position as it stands. It's not fabulous, is it? Can Schumacher use the DRS? Can he get himself past Sargent? Not yet. We've got a mechanical fault now for Daniel Ricciardo. Hulkenberg's overtaken Zhou Guanyu. Let's have a little look. And that's a nice, easy DRS pass. Good stuff. And Alonso now has a mechanical fault. As Schumacher's overtaken Sargent.
Now we're through the last turn here. They decide to give it a go.
And yeah, beautifully timed as well to get that DRS boost. And I think let's use the deployment now. Let's have a little look at the gap to the leader. So, take 20 seconds off Hulkenberg's time. That will currently put him in P13-ish. So, that's kind of what we're aiming for today with the one last pit stop. That's what we have to try and remember here. Yeah, this is a good time for Schumacher to attack, isn't it? Using his ERS deployment. And maybe do the same with Hulkenberg here. Try and get him within a second of Valtteri Bottas up ahead. And yeah, this looks pretty much perfect. That's a very good lap for Nico Hulkenberg. DRS enabled. And he is through. Beautifully done. Get your ERS on deploy. Start pushing towards Alex Albon. And get yourself away from Valtteri Bottas. That's the plan. Looks like he's done decently. It's Fittipaldi now, the car behind him. There we go, Sargent into the pit lane. Somehow Fittipaldi right behind Hulkenberg now. Not sure where that came from.
Down in the pits. Oh, that's a slow one.
There you go, Fittipaldi flies through. And it's funny, the AI's pace throughout the race, it does just fluctuate, doesn't it? You know, you've got no real way of working out what they're doing, why they're doing it, when they're doing it. Meanwhile, Alonso's mechanical fault looks pretty bad out there. Hulkenberg staying with Fittipaldi, but let's zoom it on a little bit. It's going to be lap 28 for Nico Hulkenberg, for Mick Schumacher to come into the pits. Fittipaldi, by the way, is that a spin? It is a spin, and that's cost him badly. It really has. And Nico Hulkenberg, meanwhile, he'll come in around about lap 37. Fittipaldi's had another spin. What's going on here? Let's have another look here.
Here we are then at turn
Coming into the
17.
penultimate corner, just got too much curb into the gravel.
Have been in their plans today.
And he's a little bit lucky he's kept it going there. So Mick Schumacher currently about 4.5 seconds off the back of Kevin Magnussen, doing a good job of looking after his tyres. Yeah, a couple of retirements here, and you know, we're not too far off some points. Really not. Hulkenberg with Lewis Hamilton right behind him. We knew that was gonna be like taking candy from a kid. There's another yellow flag there. Fittipaldi, I don't quite know what's happened with Fittipaldi in this race. Seems to have lost his concentration, I think. Now Max Verstappen about to lap Hulkenberg. So we're a lap down now with Nico. Just need to be a little bit careful here, make sure that we're timing this at the right moment. There's Hulkenberg getting on. He's still 8 seconds ahead of Alexander Albon, who I think must have been into the pits at some point. Yeah, he has, so Hulkenberg doing a very decent job here. Albon's got a mechanical fault again. I'm thinking with Schumacher, let's bring him in perhaps at a next lap. Or, you know what? No, let's be aggressive with him. Let's get him in this lap. Let's hope that we can find a good pit stop here. So here he comes, Mick Schumacher into the pit lane. Looks like Alonso's in as well. In 13th place. Is he retiring the car? No. Good pit stop from Mick Schumacher. He's going to come back out just behind Alex Albon. So Albon's got a bit of an undercut on him, but look how weak his tyres are. Pierre Gasly's come out a decent chunk behind.
And who's that
Hulkenberg
having
still
an issue in the pits?
a fair few laps away from his pit stop. So let's zoom it forward. Albon's going to catch and pass Hulkenberg here. Now, how quickly can Schumacher catch up to Alex Albon here? Let's have a look at tyres. 20% better. That's him there. I'm going to use a little bit more fuel, try and catch up to him. I think Hulkenberg can do the same. By the way, I have had a couple of people asking, well, how are you finishing the race when it's on minus numbers on the fuel? And, well, the basic answer is we're doing less laps because we are being lapped by the leaders. We don't quite need all that fuel, basically. So, yeah. We can the sort of fuel gauge is as if you were going the whole race distance. Now this is a chance on Alex Albon, and we go down the inside. That is a huge move at this stage of the race for Mick Schumacher. Needed to get past him, did get past him, and now 24 seconds behind Fernando Alonso. He's the next car on track. I don't think Kevin Magnussen has pitted yet. So he's another one to keep an eye on. So, yeah, Hulkenberg. At those tyres, yeah, he is going to need to run them down. I'm thinking probably next lap will be a good one to come in for him. So yeah, Schumacher more than a second ahead now of Alex Albon. Done a good job there. Yeah, good undercut there as well. Right, here we go then with Hulkenberg into the pit lane. Let's see what sort of pit stop we can get here. Yeah, again, just a little bit sluggish, 3 seconds, but it's okay. He is out ahead of Logan Sargent. Now, Hulkenberg is going till the end of the race, so that is something to bear in mind. Schumacher, meanwhile, very good distance ahead of Alex Albon. Schumacher is coming in on lap 42. I'm just going to remember that. Don't want to leave it too long. He has successfully undercut Kevin Magnussen, by the way. Now let's have a look at the tyres everybody's on. So lots of the front runners are on hards. For instance, Ocon's on some hards. Sargent and Bottas are on hards. Gasly and Hulkenberg on mediums. So you would think those people that are on hards now, except Hulkenberg. No, everybody that's on hards except maybe Zhou Guanyu are probably going till the end of the race at this point. Kevin Magnussen finally made it past. But yeah, I don't think those mediums are going to make it to the end for K-Mag, so it's another chance to maybe get another undercut on him here. I'm thinking let's have another lap of wonder on those soft tyres. Hulkenberg doing pretty well out there. Personal best first couple of sectors for him. What sort of lap time is he going to put in here? He's coming around the final corner now, comes up to the line, so 1:19.6. That puts him, you know, pretty far up there in terms of lap time, so I'd say that's pretty impressive. Now, Alex Albon has come out ahead of Hulkenberg, actually. Yeah, Mick Schumacher is going to be coming in next lap. I don't quite know how Schumacher's still out there. We did tell him to pit. I'm hoping he's coming in this lap. Yes, he is coming into the pits, so here he comes. Mick Schumacher into the pit lane. And we are really hoping for another top quality pit stop here. Very nice, 2.7 in the end there. He's away. comes back out in 14th, so no places lost. And now he can just go to the end of the race on these medium tyres and enjoy himself, probably. Hulkenberg closing in on Zhou Guanyu. Zhou Guanyu's got awful tyres. He's going to get a puncture soon, you would imagine. It's going to be a fairly straightforward overtake. Now, there's plenty of people out there with some sort of mechanical fault, which definitely, you know, gives us a little bit of a boost in terms of maybe we'll be able to catch some folk at the end of this Grand Prix. But Mick Schumacher's the real one that we want to keep our eye on. Now it's a personal best middle sector for Schumacher. His tyres are just going to be so much better than Magnussen's at the end, but I don't think he's going to quite have enough to be able to catch him. So let's zoom forward. Hulkenberg, meanwhile, is starting to capture Esteban Ocon. So it could be one person Hulkenberg could reach by the end of this race. Yeah, that was Max Verstappen coming around to lap a second time now for Mick Schumacher. So again, I think can push the fuel a little bit. Now, can we actually? Is it track details? Does it say anything about fuel delta? So we've got 20 kilograms. Yeah, I think we're okay.
Try to save fuel where you can.
So I'm going to put them both on balance now. You can see Schumacher starting to gain on Magnussen, but it's not really going to come to anything unless he makes a big mistake. And Hulkenberg must have got past Ocon. He got past him quite a while ago by the looks of that.
We need to save some fuel because we're not going to finish.
So 10 laps to go. Russell is on a critical mechanical fault by the looks of things. Norris has just got a mechanical fault, so there's plenty of guys out there that are suffering from mechanical faults. Russell's retired. Russell has retired the car. Yep, he's had to drive into the garage, and yet he's not happy about that. He is not happy about that. So that now moves. Mick Schumacher up into 13th place. And there are a couple of candidates above him that could retire. You know, Alonso's definitely one of them that's on the edge. Yeah, very interesting. The problem is he's not going to reach Kevin Magnussen. 24 seconds is that gap. Oh, Stroll's got a bad mechanical fault now. If the two Aston Martins retired, that would take us up to 11th place. Yeah, this is quite exciting, really, isn't it? Yeah, let's zoom it through. You can see how slow Stroll is. You know, Schumacher able to unlap himself on Lance Stroll there. Definitely going quicker. Three laps to go. How much fuel we got? We've got enough, I think. Oh, multiple
Okay, there's a
cars have
big crash.
crashed. Right, what's happened here?
There's
Who's
already
crashed?
A lot of debris on the stop finish.
Who has crashed? Oh, it's some of the low guys. Esteban Ocon and Logan Sargent there.
What was that?
Yeah, not good. That's not going to help anybody, that, unfortunately. But Hulkenberg up to 15th here. He's done a decent job of it, hasn't he? Yeah, he's kept this car going well.
Good.
So a couple of laps to go here. And there's going to be no further action there. But Max Verstappen begins his final lap, which means Mick Schumacher is going to begin his final lap here. And we have got more than enough fuel for the end of the race.
That's 3 to go. Okay.
But just in case, we are going to conserve it.
I'd like to have some light go. Copy. Try to do some lift and coast and then focus on apex.
Absolutely no point in running out of fuel here. Yeah, I think he's got enough anyway.
Max Verstappen.
But there you go, Max Verstappen wins here at Imola. Excellent race for RB, 7th and 8th for them today. And here we come then with Mick Schumacher. He's going to head
We happy with time management?
over the line, and he finishes in 13th place. That's a very, very good Grand Prix for us there.
We're P13.
13th and 15th.
That's a very good effort.
And some very, very consistent pace. And as I suspected, the one stopper was definitely slower. You know, Hulkenberg has ended up 38 seconds behind his teammate Mick Schumacher over the race there, which is a pity. But that 13th place, that's that could be very, very handy for us come the end of the season. We'll find out the full ramifications of it. But Hulkenberg finishes 15th.
Checkered flag, Nico.
Nice stuff from him. And here comes Enzo Fittipaldi.
Yeah,
He's
job.
going to finish in 16th place in the end.
Thank you. So just remember, when you come in, you go to P1, wait 3 seconds, and then P0. See you soon.
We see Mick Schumacher now after a challenging race.
And with a 13th place finish, that sadly means there's no points to be claimed.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Six wins now in this season, they're not flagging. A mighty impressive victory.
Wow, 6 wins in the opening 7 races
Formula One
for
certainly feels at home in Italy, and it looks like those
Max
three
Verstappen.
feel right at home too.
And yeah, it looks like that championship is already over. But there we have it. There's the podium. Good stuff for them. And there's the top 10 for you. Perez only finishing 6th today. Tsunoda 7th. Ricciardo 8th. Stroll in 9th. And Lewis Hamilton rounds out the top 10. I think that might be Hamilton's... well, it's only his 2nd point of the season. And he has had a fastest lap. Did he get fastest lap in this Grand Prix? No, he didn't. So it wasn't for that he got his extra point. But there you go. Mick Schumacher remains in 16th. It doesn't put him above Albon or any of the Haas cars, actually. So we are still going to remain in 9th. Nico Hulkenberg now up to 17th. So we're firmly in the midfield now, you would say. You know, we're not messing about with the Alpines or the Saubers, and that's brilliant for the story of this series. You know, we're ahead of Alpine, and we've done that pretty quickly, which is really good to see. I definitely need to work on our pit stops, though. because we want to get further up in this championship if we can. Yeah, good day on the Schumacher side of things, but again, a bit of a sluggish one for Nico Hülkenberg. But we did do both of our performance metrics there. $800,000 gained in performance money there. That is huge, and if we can keep going with that this season, that'll be awesome. And there you go, Mick Schumacher moving up to 78 rated. Good to see. And of course, we have got a very tough race next time out in Monaco, and it will be our very first special livery of the season. So join me for that tomorrow to find out what it is. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.